Thank you, Mother. And thank you, Father. Thank you for always looking after me for all of these years. Now I, son Seto, now I am...
Beneath the gently rolling waves of the Seto Inland Sea, young Nagasumi's life is saved and forever changed. But as with any debt, this one too must be repaid. So our story begins. Please humor them with a smile, for young love is never easy.
夏の風が髪を撫でる気のせいから恋の予感キラキラ熱い夏の花で不思議な導き潮の満ち引き夢見るみたいに出会えたら私はロマンティックあなたもロマンティック世界中ロマンティック日焼けだって気にしないで決めたいの
Now, Lunar, you're still in junior high, isn't that right?
Yes.
It must be rather tough for you to balance your studies along with a big singing career.
Yes, it is, but you can't be a pop star unless you're willing to do a balancing act.
Did you hear that, everybody? Isn't this little girl really something?
Wow, Lunar, on television, you're 100 times cuter than in real life.
What you meant to say was that in real life we're a million times cuter than we are on television.
Yeah, of course that's what I meant.
Hand us that remote, Nagasumi.
Our fans are lucky that they never have to see this.
I love doing the dishes with my daughter in my sparkling kitchen. What a wonderful way to spend a lazy Sunday afternoon.
You seem like you're having a whole lot of fun, Mother.
Of course I'm happy. Why wouldn't I be? I feel like one of my lifelong dreams has finally come true. I've wanted a daughter for as long as I can remember.
Thank you so much. Just hearing you say that makes me feel happy too, you see.
I mean, sons really are no good, are they?
Hearing that doesn't make me happy.
I admit I was devastated when our house was destroyed, but...
I guess it turned out all right since Lunar's father is in the construction business.
You can say that again. The most modern kitchen available, and with all electric appliances, too.
Only the very best.
I don't know what you're so excited about. At our estate, all of this stuff would be handled by servants.
You've got it all wrong, Lunar. That isn't the point.
What's the point?
You see, this is part of my bridal training.
Training?
I'm married into a dryland family, after all, so I have to learn to do all the work Mother does around the house.
What a fine bride she is! Too bad she's wasted on the men of my family!
What an old-fashioned attitude. Those ideals are très passé.
I don't know what language you're speaking, but man is a ship and woman is his harbor. See, Lunar, it's a wife's duty to protect the home.
You're behind the times. Are you sure you were born in the 90s?
Now, girls, there's no reason for fighting. It's okay. You can disagree. Come on, son, it's time to go shopping for dinner.
Okay.
We've got to give today's meal all the effort we've got.
Yeah. Hey, Lunar, do you want to come with us?
No, I sure don't.
Oh, wonder why not.
Lunar's probably tired from working so hard singing and going to school.
Oh, I see. So Lunar's a ship instead of a harbor.
Look after the place while we're gone.
Yeah.
I understand you have a new
Seriously,
outfit.
Lunar, you should have gone shopping with them. Why didn't you just drop the act?
Special.
Drop what act?
Wasn't it one?
Of course it wasn't an act! We're trying to pretend like you actually know something, man, serving in Lunar place!
My grudge is in some serious trouble here!
Well, never mind all that now. 'Cause you see, we're finally alone in an empty house.
How can you talk to me all sweet and cute like that and give me the grinder at the same time?
I was just thinking, we live together, but we've never been all alone before, right? I've been waiting for this moment.
Well, that's a shock! Lunar seems to be radiating this incredible charm, but why? What does she want to do? Why does she want to be alone?
Wanna go up to my room?
Up the stairs to adulthood?
I can't tell you how upsetting it was when our house was destroyed last week. Thanks for your help fixing it up.
It was no problemo.
It gave you an excuse to see your daughter, didn't it, at MIA? So I bet from your end it was all for the best, huh?
You can just visit. You don't need a complicated excuse for it.
I said no problemo.
You can see how much of a pain in the ass this guy is. He loves his daughter, but he's got no social skills.
Oh, yeah, like you're one to talk.
What? Ah, nothing! Nothing!
Well, here we are, finally alone. So now you can...
Lunar.
Tutor me, Nagasumi!
It's much better for it to remain this way. I know it is. Yes, really.
Quit mumbling and start tutoring me! We gotta make this quick!
Yes, of course, Lunar. You know, if you really do need help with your schoolwork, Sun's grades are better than mine are.
Us being tutored by that airheaded space cadet? Really? We'd rather die than be humiliated in such a way. Honestly, we'd rather die.
Do you really have to say it twice?
Sun's a moron who writes all her answers one line off from where they're supposed to be, and then gets confused when somehow there's an extra question at the end.
Yeah, Luna may have a point there.
Aside from which, we don't want Sun to know that we're having trouble in school. That's unacceptable.
She's such a prima donna.
Now hurry up and help us study before Sun gets back.
Oh, yeah, total prima donna.
You learn penalty points every time you talk back to us.
Okay, so go ahead and do it. Bring it on.
Yeah, you want a piece of me? Okay, let's go. Oh yeah.
I'm losing my grip. I can't take it.
Tutor us and the grinder will stop.
Why do you care so much about your studies anyway?
Trust us, this isn't exactly how we wanted things either. But you see, the teacher said...
Miss Edomai, this is turning into a serious problem.
Oh, come on. A pop star doesn't really need math.
Maybe not, but it's not just math in this case. You've got zeros on everything. It's unbelievable. Are you collecting them or something?
That's just mean.
We basically steamrolled these people into letting us be teachers here. At the very least, we have to give the appearance of doing our jobs correctly.
So what are you saying?
I'm telling you this as a teacher. If you don't improve soon, then I'm afraid you'll have to repeat the year.
Ow! I'm only in middle school!
No one ever said life was fair.
Oh, you're having study trouble? Maybe I can help tutor you if you want.
Hi, Senagata.
That isn't a bad idea, Miss Edomai.
Yes?
What I mean is maybe you should take Zenigata up on that offer.
Oh, yeah, sure.
No way! We can't ask this wannabe cop to tutor us. That would be humiliating. Oh, thank you so much for the offer, really. But all I have to do is go back to my estate and there'll be a whole team of experts waiting to tutor me.
Right, if she had even one tutor at home, she wouldn't be getting grades like this.
Come to think of it, Lunar, you mentioned your estate just now, but I don't think I know where you're living.
Well, I keep it a secret since I'm a celebrity.
Oh, I see.
Between the paparazzi and the stalkers, it's a lot to have to deal with.
I hadn't realized how difficult it is being a big star.
You're right about that, it can be rough. And as a result, I ended up neglecting my studies for the first time. I'm always mentally and physically exhausted from my hectic celebrity schedule. Stress is the illness of our age. Our little spaceship called Earth is in trouble.
I think you lost me somewhere around the spaceship part of that speech. But anyway, we're classmates, so you can feel free to come to me with any problem you have.
Oh, thanks so much, you're so sweet. It means a lot to me to know that I have a friend on my side.
Just saying this stuff makes me sick. You live in a much different world than us, girl, and don't you forget it!
But again, I really appreciate the offer. I mean it. Thank you so much.
Sure.
Well, I'll see you later, okay?
Lunar has such a lovely smile, don't you think so?
What's the point in calling food lovely? I can go ahead and eat you now.
You keep up that harassment, I'll have you arrested!
Okay, I get it.
Why should someone like us be forced to repeat a grade in junior high? This is a major pain in the ass, and we have to put up with it because they think they can measure a superstar by the same standards as common people.
Compulsory education, nothing you can do about it.
It's gotta be nice to be so carefree.
Hey, I am not carefree. I'm stuck tutoring a prima donna who doesn't get anything but zeros.
You're pissing me off! Be more respectful! You like this? I'm not gonna go back! I can go back!
She bit the hand that fed her.
Damn you, manservant.
Solve this by memorizing the formula. It's easy as that.
Wow, you're right.
You know, you're a surprisingly good teacher for someone who doesn't get good grades.
It kind of helps that we're still on the easiest part here.
Whatever, just get on to the next part.
Could you sit somewhere else? Please, you're kind of heavy.
We are not heavy at all! Now would you be a good chair and quit complaining?
Wait, now she's treating me like furniture.
Hurry up and start teaching us the next part!
Yeah, okay.
My.
Lunar, what is it?
Us sitting here is making you a little bit hot, isn't it? You were a big fan of Lunar the pop star long before you met us in person, isn't that right? So is this your fantasy? Your beloved star sitting here on your lap?
No, of course it isn't.
We're just going to shift a bit. Don't mind us.
When you're sitting there, I'm losing my grip on a lot of things, and my heart won't stop pounding!
A manservant shouldn't have the hots for his master, but it's certainly entertaining.
Come to think of it, I was Lunar's fan long before I met Sun. I was Lunar's fan first! No, I can't! I I can't do this, Lunar. My loyalty belongs to Sun, not to you.
Yes, that's right. You are sons. So why are you getting the hots for us then? Really, you shouldn't be doing something like this now, should you?
Look, Lunar, let's try and stick to studying, okay?
You have to pick between one or the other. Your marriage to Sun or your place as our manservant. Which is it?
I don't think that I have to pick. It seems I already have both.
There's only one answer that we'll accept. You're ours, Nagasumi.
Go on! Just do it! Do it! Come on, you know that you want to.
Oh, hi, Maki. I didn't realize you were sitting there.
So nice to see you. Lovely weather we're having. Don't mind me. Just keep doing whatever it was you were doing.
No, I don't know what you're talking about, Maki.
Ooh, you're about to kiss. You're gonna do all kinds of things. Admit it, Sea Louse. You know you wouldn't tell me.
Like hell I know!
I'll have to report this to my son.
Oh, please don't do that, I beg you.
No, go ahead. Maybe it'll all be for the best.
No, it certainly would not!
And of course, I can't forget to report that Miss Lunar got zeros on everything. You can't do that to us, Monkey! All that groveling looks like hard work. It's making me kind of thirsty.
Oh, of course, I'll get you a drink right away.
What is it? Miss Lunar. Miss Lunar, you don't seem to think too badly of the sea louse. Do you think? Would you mind hooking up with him a little bit? What the heck? Where did that idea come from? Where did it come from? I've never seen someone flirt that much with someone who they didn't like at least a little bit.
As if we'd ever fall for a member of the human species. There's no way!
Here, I brought that drink.
Oh, hey, sea louse, listen up. You're never gonna believe this. Miss Lunar told me. Why do you take that?
Wait, what's going on here? I don't understand. But please, no, stop it!
Basically, it's a choice between marriage to Sun and becoming Lunar's servant. As long as this rat becomes one of us sea folk one way or another, it's all good. Everyone can live. If the Edomae could just take the sea louse off our hands, then he wouldn't have to marry Miss Sun. He could be Miss Lunar's manservant, and that would solve everything. You quit fighting it, Maki! Why can't the two of you just hook up, huh?
How can you suggest it? We'd never date a human.
Ever since Sun saved my life, I swore that I'd give our relationship all I've got, and I meant that for life. I don't care what it solves. I'd never date stupid Lunar.
What are you talking about? Are you saying that we're not
Lunar, what the heck do you even want?
Servants, I knew it! You two are perfect for each other!
Shut up already!
What's the matter, Sea Louse? You're her fan, aren't you? Why can't you hook up with her? What's the big deal here?
How can you even say that with a straight face? Anyway, forget it. What I feel for Sun goes way beyond that. Sunsetta's the only one for me.
Then I guess there's no choice. If there's nothing Miss Edomae can do to change your mind, Sea Louse, I'll just have to seduce you myself.
Is this shrimp actually saying she's sexier than us?
Take a look at this, Sea Louse. Is it sexy? Is that what you want to see? In the end, all men are beasts after all.
Shut up and put that away, Maki!
Manservant, from now on, you'll love only us. That's an order. You got it. We'll take care of you as long as you obey us, okay? You understand?
I have no idea what's going on anymore!
Miss Lunar, in the end, you're exactly like Miss Sun. The two of you are still nothing but kids. You lose your human form after the tiniest splash of water. I can't hold on!
There you go, turning into your mermaid form again. Here's a towel to dry off.
Always so quick to wipe off a girl's legs, huh, Sea Louse?
You're my manservant, aren't you? Dry me off! Dry me off now!
Hey, now, what's wrong?
Even if I am a successful singer, I always lose to Sun. I'm a terrible student, and even my manservant thinks Sun is better than me. I'm completely pathetic.
Like hell, you're pathetic. You aren't pathetic at all, Lunar. Think about it. You do mountains of homework every day.
But I've never done my homework.
You stay up until midnight reading scripts, and then you go into work at 5 o'clock in the morning. And then you show up at school. You have a tough time studying because you're working as hard as physically possible. I won't let anybody get away with calling you pathetic. Not even you yourself. After all, I like you. And don't you forget it.
But not as much as you like Sun.
Oh, well, that may be true, but Sun is...
Hurry it up. Come over here and dry off our legs. It's a manservant's duty, after all.
Right.
You're really working on that manly honor, aren't you, Sea Louse? I wonder how I should report this to Miss Sun now.
Again, I'm truly grateful to you, Mr. Edomae, for arranging the construction. And to you, Mr. Seto, for paying for it, of course.
I only paid for the repairs. I left your original 30-year mortgage as it stood. You understand
For
that?
a wealthy mob man, you certainly know how to be a tight ass. Oh, nothing!
Lunar.
Oh, Mr. Edomae, would you like to see Lunar? I'm sure she's in her room.
All right, Lunar, how's this?
Yeah, just like that. A little more.
Here?
Yeah, right there.
Lunar.
Sir, it's not how it looks.
That's it for you, human. You're terminated.
Her legs are wet! I was just trying them off! That's all, Dad!
Who are you calling Dad? Terminate! Dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun.
We're being so overprotective, Papa!
I'm going to drown this human in the bay.
Don't you dare!
Oh, it looks like Dad and the others beat us home. Huh? What's going on here?
Yeah, could someone explain?
Hello, son. You've got excellent timing, but we need to talk.
What? How can this be? Nagasumi cheated on me? And he was with Lunar?
I believed in Nagasumi up until now, my dear. I really did. I kept telling myself that Nagasumi was a guy I could trust with the welfare of my only daughter. But our trust has now been betrayed by this monster. It's hard, I know. It's difficult for me too, but your relationship with him is over.
Nagasumi?
I only took my eyes off of him for 1 second.
It was an unfortunate accident, dear. Let's forget about Nagasumi.
You can't forget about me! I'm your precious only son!
Yes, I need a chopper ASAP. There's a human I need to drown.
Papa!
Lunar.
Stop right now! Leave Nagasumi alone!
Lunar. Just what else am I supposed to do? I caught him touching your butt.
You're blowing this out of proportion! Our butt's no big deal!
You touched her butt?
No, this is a misunderstanding!
Nagasumi says it's a misunderstanding.
You can't believe a word that this maggot says! Have the courage to face the truth! Reality is harsh! Nagasumi, rest in peace! Lunar, are you trying to tell me that you love this human? Is that the situation?
Oh, come on! Us love a pathetic human like him?
After all, I like you, and don't you forget it.
Yes. We love him, so leave him alone, Papa!
Human. You can either take responsibility or die. Responsibility. You'll marry Lunar or die.
What? Marry Lunar?
Already at his age?
Engaged twice.
Yeah, good for you, Nagasumi!
Really, Lunar?
Well, son, yeah, that's right. Nagasumi has to learn to take responsibility for his actions.
I'll go ahead and take your son with me right now. Mr. and Mrs. Michishio, I'll send someone to get you when we're ready to perform the ceremony. Got it?
Yes!
Hold on, Anime! I've got something that I need to say to you! Good job!
Nagasumi!
No, son, stop it! Let Nagasumi go!
Here, drink this.
Hey, thanks.
Just a taste.
You're good at that. I'm afraid Nagasumi isn't with us anymore!
I'm right here!
Nagasumi, come back!
I'm sorry!
Get going already, you maggot!
We're going!
Hey, a helicopter! My lord, look, there's a helicopter over there!
Whoa, look at her go!
Hey!
Chad, Makawa, hurry, you guys, help!
Woohoo! We got to see a helicopter today! How cool!
Morons!
I think that this is probably all for the best, Miss Sun. Once you go back to the Seto Sea, you'll forget all about him in no time.
I won't, though. I can't help but feel like part of this is my fault. You see, maybe if I'd been a better bride-to-be, this wouldn't have happened. But what can I do about it now? Huh, Maki? What do I do?
Please, Lunar. Damn it! This is all a misunderstanding, son! Help, son! I've sure got a lot of life experience for someone my age. I'm engaged for the second time against my will. No, I'm telling you, Sun is my true bride. But now an all-out brawl between the Yakuza families is unavoidable. I must sacrifice my life to accomplish... What would that accomplish exactly?